We're starting video number 17 now on this page of Molasses Moon. Looks like the letter. It's kind of interesting looking at the glare there as I turn the Kindle fire. Yeah, we'll put the lamp right in the middle of the letter. Okay, let's see what you think of my letter to Herman. See what I think of it. I don't remember what I said. Actually, I'm reading this fresh again and kind of enjoying the process of almost like reading it like as if I were you, that I hadn't read it before. Not totally, of course, because I do remember a part of it. But I'm showing a little bit different background now. My bowl's back there and cups hanging that I cherish, all my little kitchen utensils. Okay. Bear with me. You'll have fun. I'm going to my letters file now. Be right back. Say I keep my promises. I'm right back. March 17th, 1994. The Jeff Herman Agency, New York, New York, 10013. Dear Mr. Herman, you made my St. Pat's Day. Received your welcome note today requesting Molasses Moon. The blue edge of your envelope was glowing between a bill from West Plains Energy and IGP. You'll find the manuscript through Chapter 9 enclosed. It's obvious where I'm headed from that point. The reading goes quickly and easily. You'll smile, I'm sure, laugh out loud maybe, I hope. Don't let the New Age facade fool you. My books are so far from the current trite, new, in quotes, old, age category, which really rehashes archaic fads. I was thinking of starting a real New Age, securely and hilariously grounded in the laws of physics. I have to admit, though, that quantum physics is getting embarrassingly close to metaphysics. There's a humorous treatment relating to my themes, of course, of quantum physics beginning in Chapter 5, in which I introduce my term qualms to join quarks and quantums as base particles of consciousness, matter, and energy in that order. Since the manuscript nutshells itself in the first few pages, and I briefed it in my March 2nd letter, I'll let you get to it. Note that you and your guide are woven through the manuscript, but that Chapter 3 and 9 focus most strongly on your contribution to my saga. These chapters won't have quite the impact, however, without the surrounding and supporting text, so you might want to take it from the top. Stay cool, Linda. I have 3 leprechauns. Tom is the top dog, of course. The second is named Herman. The third is Tara. They will all soon own hidden treasure. I'm sure you can guess what it is. Leprechauns are supposed to guard the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm getting to the end of my own rainbow. They say, as with real rainbows, as you near their end, they move further away, then disappear behind you. But with 3 leprechauns and my family and friends, I can't miss. It's my rainbow, after all. I made it from scratch. It even has God in it. Well, actually, it has several, but they are prioritized. And they know who they are. St. Patrick, your ass is on the line. I'm either going to love you forever or hate you forever. Well, not really. There's honestly not much I truly hate, except not getting paid. Even if Jeff Herman finds absolutely nothing of value in Molasses and thinks it's no good, I'll respect his right to reject something that just isn't his cup of tea, even if he returns it in my SASC without reading the whole thing. I'll get right back to it. because I like it, as will the right agent and editor. This in the future here, the right agent and editor ended up being me. And Kindle Glow books. Fascinating story. Maybe you'll get the rest of it someday. Taste really is quirky and personal. I just hope my Herman Leprechaun decides to do double duty and become my agent too. It makes such a good story, don't you think? Chapter 10. No memoirs here. When I wrote this in '94, memoirs really weren't as popular as they are now. And I, at that time, as you'll see, didn't see this as a memoir. Still isn't, or is it? I don't know. I'll let you decide maybe. Remember the letter in Chapter 4 to Elizabeth Lerner of Houghton Mifflin, in which I describe Molasses as a hilarious history of how to remain sane, solvent, and silly during the long, ghoulish process of becoming a best-selling author of fiction? I think I can keep up the silly, but the sane and solvent are truly testing me. I received a response today, March 18th, to that letter. Dear Miss Shelnutt, thank you for your recent letter regarding your memoir, Molasses Moon. I read it with interest, and I am sorry to report that I do not think Houghton Mifflin Company could publish your book successfully for you. I therefore cannot ask you to send the manuscript on for further consideration. I'm sorry not to be more encouraging, and I wish you success with your writing. Sincerely, Betsy Lerner, Editor. They all say that. All 5 rejections I've received from Mifflin since '91 said they've read the query or submission with interest. Sometimes the phrase was part of a postcard form from the editorial department of Houghton, to no one in particular. The author's address is written on the reverse side. This time, and one other, I received a letter typed to me on crisp, pretty letterhead and signed by a real person. Are they interested in everything sent to them? Note that all publishers respond with polite catchphrases, which are an attempt to let fledglings fall as easily as possible. This truly is a kindness, and some of the phrases do balm the bruises. But this response went beyond repeated phrases to drum up some creativity and call Molasses a memoir. I'm a spoiled brat. Instead of appreciating that Betsy went kindly out of her way to get specific, I was foaming at the mouth. I couldn't help it. I couldn't. The word memoir did not sit well with me. Not at all. Oh, Betsy, it did not. It made me want to pull my hair out, but it's too thin as it is. That's why I need a perm. Would you call this a memoir? Would you? If you say yes, I'll reach out of this book and pull a Stephen King on you. I swear I will. But yes, I understand where a person might get that impression from my query. This is not a memoir, dammit. It's a how-to, not to. And, furthermore, it's a humorous treatment of quantum physics as it relates to time, consciousness, and physical reality, as seen through the 10-year saga of an author attempting to get the attention of a publisher. So there. I'd blow my nose or snort here, but I'm too busy letting off steam. For how long will I be punished and ignored for using my own life and experience as a springboard for a cultural satire? How long? Damn. I'll be damned if I can nutshell this project and be understood. I think the universe brought Tom to me as a true treasure, then kicked me in the ass with a cruel prank by having his name be one I couldn't live up to. What would you call this book? How would you describe any of my books, if you've read them? Maybe Jeff Herman will know how to nutshell a Shelnutt. Maybe I can get in a short one here. Snort. I'll be surprised if he reads the whole manuscript. This is not to criticize him. I think I'm beginning to seriously question my work and doubt my skill as a writer. Maybe it's possible to work at something for an eternity, improve constantly, and still never get good at it. Or maybe I'm too stubborn, doing my thing, my own unique way. At least I'm unique. Who wants a million slightly varied copies of what's already been redone? Someone must. An important maniac somewhere must have a fetish for repetition. Maybe this particular new age is a self-deceiving facade in which nothing new or noteworthy is accepted or even considered. Maybe the only new offerings in this age will continue to be rehashes of old news, and reprints of ancient fairy tales and dead author classics for which royalties can't be forwarded. This is frustrating. What a cultural loss it would be if new authors couldn't earn a living because publishers did nothing but reprint old books. No one would be making a literary art form of the current ways and means. I know publishers seek the literary avant-garde, but they seek them through contacts. The days of succeeding as a loner may have long passed. I'm the last of a dying breed, maybe the last of a race. I don't want to be saved, damn it. I want to be published by a house that knows my books will make its company money. But am I any good? And will my books sell? I've been asking myself that for a long time. This isn't a new quirk I've developed because an editor called Molasses Moon a memoir. But don't get any ideas. I'm not getting humble. I'm just having a self-doubt attack. Haven't you ever had one of those? They turn you into a shit-ass who feels rotten and probably smells that way too on top of it all, to top it all. I'm beginning to wonder how anyone comes out of this world smelling like a rose. It's probably just the funeral arrangements. If you had written my books, what would you have thought of them during the void time before they were published and had proven sales potential and value? I know how to prove sales potential. That's easy, after the fact. I'm not sure I know exactly how to prove value. Of course, as always, I have my personal opinions on the matter. Value is one of the most important words of any culture. Did you know that a culture is supposed to nurture and protect the growth and health of those within it? In a correct culture, its residents would not suffer pain, they would not get sick, and they would not die. So how far are we from being correct? I don't see that we've had an example of a correct religion or way of living yet, but I think we have the mental capacity to discover how to design and implement a perfectly functioning and not stagnant life bubble. And if you say that's God's job, I'll pull my hair out even if it is in short supply. So please don't say it. At least so I can hear it. I need all the hair I can grow. What I'm attempting to do with my books is at least to clearly bring up the question that all our past ways of living together in clusters may be off base, as well as possess saving graces, and to see the idea that it's possible without sacrifice. That's without sacrifice, to discover a way, probably more than one, since variety is the spice, to health, happiness, and prosperity for all. Is this not an effort of value? I'm not going to clearly, concisely, and once and for all answer all the questions. Hell, the Bible didn't, though some might like to think it did. But I'm going to perk and poke fun until you take pleasure answering them for yourself. At least you'll have a running start. You'll have some simple questions and the courage to think and search, and to continue thinking and searching, each in your own way, on your own. Now, maybe that's another good pausing point. So, don't worry about self-doubt attacks. They're always fun after they're over.